Okay guys, so here we are back in the shop. A lot of our customers do ask how to properly maintain their vehicle. So today we're gonna show you a 2-bucket wash. And basically we have 2 buckets for the 2-bucket wash. One is full of soap and the other one's a rinse bucket. Now the most important thing you need in your bucket is a grit guard. This goes in the bottom of the bucket so that if your mitt picks up any debris, you scrub it against the bottom each time, and all of that will drop under to the bottom, not rubbing on your car, because that's what causes the scratches all over your vehicle, is most of the time caused by bad detailing. So as Marquise rinses it, he's just knocking any loose dirt and debris off of the vehicle, and then we're gonna foam the car up. We're gonna suds it up real good. Now this is for the fun part. This is a foam cannon hooked to a very low pressure washer, and we're just gonna sud it up. So satisfying. All right. Now that we have a good application of foam, we're just gonna let it soak, let the soap do its job. Today we're using just a mild soap. We don't want anything too harsh on it because this is practically a brand new car. This is a 2020 GT500 with 890 miles on it. Soap's doing its thing, and we'll give it just a minute and we'll rinse it. And part of our system of washing these high-end cars, especially with us carrying these high-end Mustangs and Lincolns, we want to rinse the car completely, we want to sud it, then we want to rinse it again, and we'll sud it one more time, and then we'll put a fresh mitt on it, and that's when we'll do the washing. Let's go ahead and rinse it. All right, and just before we suds it one more time, I always like go ahead and doing the wheels. This is a wheel assassin mixed down with some simple wash and water. We didn't want anything too strong because this is such a high-end wheel. But we'll go ahead and get these sprayed up real good. And this is this wheel assassin, it smells awful, but it is going to take any metal contamination out of these wheels that can get caught in the top layer of coat and paint. And it's really cool on real dirty wheels because it turns purple as it converts the iron and metal. This is obviously already a pretty clean car. And now for the foam again. All right, now Marquise and I are gonna move pretty quick here because we can't let it dry. Whenever you do put a mitt on a car, the suds are not only for cleaning, but it's really for lubrication so that nothing scratches the paint. And so we're gonna start at the top with a nice sud-filled rag, and we're gonna do a box pattern going left to right, and then north to south. And this way we can ensure that we get it both ways. We're gonna come down this windshield, same thing. Now because the windshield is a hot spot that picks up contaminants, we're gonna go ahead and rinse. And the second bucket is to always rinse in, and we're gonna scrub that grit guard to get anything off. We saved the bumper for last because that's also a hot spot for debris that could potentially end up in the rag and scratching the paint. You can also rotate the rag. Instead of rinsing, use the other side. And we're gonna work the top side of this car. You will be tempted when doing this to do a circular motion, scrubbing like this. Never do that on your car. That's what gives you swirl marks and scratches. Now we go to the bumper and work it from the top down. And at this point, I'm just going to pay attention to any bug damage, because I might have to come back with a quick polisher or even break out some clay to get it out. We look pretty good there. Now Marquise is just going to work a brand new wheel scrubber in there. I'm going to bring him his rinse bucket, because you need to rinse often. This is where the debris is at. You also never want to use the same mat that you're washing the car with on wheels. It's where you pick up a lot of road trash. All right, while he's working those wheels, important thing is we don't let soap dry. So I'm gonna give this car a little sprinkle just to keep it wet. All right, you can never rinse too much, but I think we got it. Of course, knowing the type of finish that's on the car or the top coat is really important. This one has never been ceramic coated, and I can tell that because of how the water sticks to the paint. So it can be a little more cumbersome with the drying product. So this is where we have to be extra careful to make sure that everything we're using is real clean and we don't scrub on it trying to get the water off. So we're gonna start with some Adams Detail cloths, and they're super absorbent, and they'll take probably a gallon or so of water off the vehicle. And then we're gonna come back with some air just to make sure we get all the lines dried out. And just like with anything, we start from the top down, and we're just dragging here. And we don't want to touch the ground. If you do drop it, don't pick it up. Count it as a loss. Hold it like a tomato. Not too much pressure, but just firm enough to hold on to it. Each time we make a pass, it gets drier and drier, just working behind each other. The vehicle is turning out great. This is a microfiber towel, and I don't know if you can see it with the camera, but how short the cut piles are, that towel. Now these do not belong on the outside of a $100,000 vehicle. These are a high-end silk microfiber compound that is probably 10 times the thickness of that. And so we're gonna use a fresh one of these, making sure there's nothing in it, it just came out of the plastic. And we're gonna go by and work the lines, getting the water out and drying as we go with a premium towel, so there is no scratching. All right, so obviously that was just a quick wash. Once we get the car fully washed, there's a lot more that goes into the detailing. You've got the interior, the glass, all the trim pieces, the tires, the wheels, using the right product for the right application. And then you start talking about top coats, and that's a whole nother series of videos. Whether you want to wax, use a spray ceramic, which has become very popular, or a true nano coat. All of those have different labor intensities. And for this one, because it's so new, we're just going to wipe it down with some Griot's Best in Show. And this is basically just a product that goes on a dry car, and it doesn't take any water to rinse it off. You do a fine mist and then buff it off. And it's just going to give us a nice layer over the vehicle to help with fingerprints or dust. And Mr. Lewis actually recommended me this product. He uses it when he shows his cars. And it's really good because some of them leave streaks, or you can see the hazing. This one, I've never had any issue with it. So we're going to get started on it. Take another premium microcloth. We're going to fold it in fourths like that so we can get a good grip on it. I put the product in a spray bottle, and we are just going to mist. Make sure we're not squirting heavy. Yep, we're on mist setting. And just take one mist. It doesn't take much at all. And let it drop on. And with everything I do, I'm going to do a box pattern. And you just have to kind of see the areas you're working. Box off small sections at a time. Now that it's on there real good, we do have to just flip the towel, get the dry side, and lightly, just barely fingers on it, we're going to buff back and forth. No circular motion. Same pattern, east to west, north to south. And maybe you can see it over here with the sun, but it does give it a really nice shine. So that's it. We're going to finish working the car. We're going to do it small sections at a time, and it will be ready. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll be back for more.